had to go to the Department of Motor Vehicles to get a California driver's license. And they said, bring your current driver's license and your birth certificate and we'll give you a new license. So I went down there with my current driver's license and my birth certificate, and I waited for an hour and 45 minutes. And I got to and they said, this is a copy of your birth certificate. We need the original stamped version. And I said, why? They said, because we need to know that you are who you say you are. And I said, all right, how do I get it? They said, call the courthouse in whatever town you were born in and they'll send you a copy. It'll probably cost you $10 or $12. And I said, with no ID? They said, yeah. I go, so why do I need it? Because we need to know that you are who you say you are. But I said, if I don't have to prove that I am who I say I am to the people that you say has the paperwork that proves that I am who I say I am, how does that prove that I'm me? And he said, because if we're going to give you a government identification, we need proof of it. I go, it doesn't fucking prove that. I was a victim of police abuse. I was in Worcester, Massachusetts. I was 17 years old, and my buddy Keith Kingsbury had a warrant for his arrest. They pulled him over and they busted him, but Keith is a mouthy prick, so Keith is giving the cop what for it? He's like, you cocksucker, your mother sucks cocks in hell, you piece of shit. And I'm laughing my ass off, because it's funny. I'm 17 years old, I'm standing on the other side of the street, and I'm laughing my balls off, and a cop comes over and he says, you think that's funny? You're under arrest for disturbing the peace. And he handcuffed me, he held me down, he put me in the paddy wagon, put me in the Worcester County Jail about 2 hours until my friends bailed me out for $50. And that doesn't sound so abusive, but if you consider, if you're just a guy walking down the street doing nothing but laughing your fucking ass off because it's funny, someone comes up to you and they don't like you laugh, they just want to tackle you, they restrain you, they're going to put you in the back of a car and drag you off, put you in a cage somewhere, you'd be well within your right to shoot that person in the face to get away. In fact, you'd be hailed as a hero for doing so. Crafty youth evades kidnapper with swift shot to the face. The terrorists they're attacking us because they hate us, so we're gonna fix it by dropping bombs on them. That's gonna, what? I've had my ass kicked before, but I've never had my ass kicked so badly that I ended up liking the guy. How's that gonna help? You wanna stop war? Don't drop bombs on them, drop some free samples. Drop shit on them. Load up a B-52 with Game Boys and skateboards and Jello shots and DVD porn and free nights and weekends, and drop that shit on them. Eventually they'll be as bored and distracted as we are, and no one's fighting anyone, right? Makes sense? You're gonna leave a retard alone in a room with a handgun, you better give him a yo-yo or someone's gonna make an oops. The Founding Fathers, they were slave owners, first of all. Shouldn't that make any good idea they had moot at that point? Timothy McVeigh had great ideas about individual freedom and liberty, but then he kills 162 people. Folks, stop listening. Fuck the Founding Fathers. All men are created equal. That's a good one. Hey, Kunta, make me 10 copies of this quick or I'll beat you with a broom handle. I swear I'll do it. While you're at it, grab my musket. I want to clear some of them savages off the back lawn and make room for a gazebo. All men are created equal. I'm like Hemingway if he existed. That prison system's working good for us all, isn't it? Free country, we have the most people in prison in any civilized country. How many million people we have in prison? Prison works though, right? George Bush wants to spend $300 million to help rehabilitate people getting out of prison. Why don't you make prison a rehabilitative place? You're gonna send a kid to prison. How does that help us? You send him to prison. We're gonna teach him a lesson. He spent 6 months in the jailhouse gonna learn a lesson. Yeah, he'll learn how to make moonshine out of orange rinds and bread crust. He's gonna learn how to design a makeshift pussy around his buddy's asshole. You just paste raw strips of chip beef, makes it look like labia, and then you put a Brillo pad on his spine, and then it's just like a pussy. I make him scream, who's got the ugly pussy, while I piss all over him. That's what I learned in prison. He learns how to cut off your fucking head next time so you can't testify against him. Fucking revenge heads.